Crimechurch, read by the author Michael Botur. Chapter 9, Mona's story. Taking charge of our fucked up family. Perth wallows us with so much hot side work and crowds and flip-flops and glittering glass skyscrapers I can barely cope, especially with Dad's pressure pushing down on me. He's dead. He's gone. Except he's not. He's on my back. He's in my phone. He's with us, glaring down in judgment, of course. God, I love that arsehole. My dad had to be one of the top 10 most anal straightos in the country. Fucking overachiever, had to die before anyone else. We buried him up at his Tuaranga Waiwai, looking out into Poverty Bay. Mum wanted to bury him at Haas, so there was a bit of a split. Some family politics, but he's in the ground anyway. Fuck, does it matter? I've tongued my eyes dry and I'm lighter now. I'm light enough for him to put his ghost hands on my shoulders and steer me. The body weight pushes me through the day, even though I just want to stay in the hostel in my sleeping bag while the babies suckle. Marty and me, this is our new life, and we have to sort our stuff out real urgent. We have to buy nappies, we have to buy a pram and find a flat and find Narcotics Anonymous and get our papers sussed. We have to enroll at a clinic, get child health services to give the babies their vaccinations. We have to destroy our SIM cards, we have to block email addresses, take all our shit down off the net. This is how we bake a new life in the oven of Australia, where Kiwis go to unfuck their lives. I'm stressed and I'm intimidated by the hugeness of the city. Oh, but at least I'm coping better than Marty. God, he gets paranoid. We're counting down the days since he last had a smoke. His paranoia only goes down about 1% a day, so it's going to be like a 100-day thing till he's really off crack. And of course he carried on smoking in jail because he would have got the bash if he had said no to his smoke. It's just so much to update him on, I guess. Firstly, there's an explanation of how my dad died and how and why he wouldn't cough up any money when he was alive, but he waved this big impressive 30k in our faces after he was buried. And then Marty's got to have it explained to him, explained why the fuck Dad hasn't given us money before we're both at rock bottom, and how the fuck did you score tickets to Aussie, and how the fuck did your old man die of a heart attack chasing Shayna out of my hospital room? And is she up on a manslaughter charge or nah? So we have this massive domestic in the foyer of the bank. I tell him if he ever barks criticism in my face again, I'm going to give him a niffle gripple, and I am serious. I am the one that got us the money to be here, got us the plane tickets. I carried the babies. I even hailed the taxi at the airport. Useless old Marty sits down at a bus stop and he rocks the pram and he has a ciggy and he apologises. He never admits when he's scared, but I can see it. Scared what will happen when he gets hungry for a smoke of something proper. For the time being, he just sucks ciggy after ciggy. I do the talking and I get our bank accounts open and a credit card to share for us. I score us a rental car and we cruise figure eights around the city with the aircon cranked as cold as it'll go. Every twiggy blonde girl I see in baggy clothes makes my stomach cringe with fear. Slattery 1, Slattery 2, Slattery twins, they're coming for you. Can they get us here though? I don't know. The Salvation Army, they're good in Perth. They sort us out with food, nappies, a crib, mattress. We fall into their arms. There's work. First it's just unloading bread from the truck and splitting it into banana boxes, wiping sweat from our brows into our armpits. I mind the babies and Marty goes hard out working to get his mana back, boxing avocados and muesli bars and getting all sweaty and growly with the other boys, and the salvos pull him aside and they tell him a few hard facts about narcotics. First thing they tell him is if you can't find a place in the team, you need to leave. Second thing they tell them, you can't literally sweat crack out of your system, so quit trying. Marty just spits rage lyrics back at them. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And he stands there with his fist curled, hoping that someone will give him a reason to keep attacking the world. The guys at the salvos have seen a lot of Marty's come and go. They know he's nothing special. They have cracked old eyes, they have scars, they have wrinkles. They ask him if he's done screaming at ghosts, done fighting his family, done being his old self. Standing amongst a mountain of bagged white bread, he nods and When he does nod, he crumbles. My man cries out years of pent-up rage, and they tell him he's ready for our first Narcotics Anonymous. So, Operation Family is this project they have for people like me and Mart. Half of them are Kiwis that do Operation Family. It's like one combined program incorporating parenting, alcohol and drug treatment, and budgeting. Mostly we're in the Love Lounge all the time at the Salvos. Love Lounge is this room with a huge wooden cross that glows from behind with the lights that backlight it, and Bibles and beanbags. The food and the coffee is pretty alright, and the Sunday school teacher takes the twins. First time I've actually handed the twins to anyone. First time I let them out of my sight. We try to sit in the corner and not mingle, but they force us. Everybody hugs a lot. The women kiss me. They stroke my hair. They kiss my black nails and they stroke my black hair, and they ask me if I'm going to dye it a pretty colour. They tell me I'll be gorgeous when them piercings come out of my skin. And I blush and I hunch and I try to cover the stupid tattoo on my neck. The first person we meet who we can actually trust is Hump. He's this big bald biker. He's Kiwi. He's been a user for years, and he came to Aussie to rip out his roots and dry them dead in the sun. Hump has only one eye, and he looks like Humpty Dumpty, His body is like a big egg with little arms black with tattoos. He does a lot of moving in furniture for us, a lot of driving for us, a lot of picking up food. Gives him an excuse to eat 4 pieces of Nando's chicken on the drive over, licking his fingers as he roams our hallway and checks the stairwell to make sure we haven't been followed. Hump is our new uncle. He doesn't even ask for money. Doesn't expect me to suck his dick or anything. Hump just says he likes mopping up messes. He tells us stories about the other fucked up families that he's worked with. Hump's story is he had nothing to do after Vietnam, and he helped some guys bring in some acid from Bali back in the early 80s. Mongols made Hump do jail time on behalf of senior club members, and he knits his fingers on his belly as he talks, and he looks sadly at the ground. He carries a lot of hurt in that big belly. There's a block of flats called Seaview we get put in. You can't see the ocean. All you can see is people's washing flapping on metal lines. Everyone seems to live in Seaview. Hump's in there. So are a lot of people from Narconon. They find us a place in the basement. Hump puts the word out that I have babies and we are not to be fucked with. Hump doesn't ask if I'm Marty. He just has a sixth sense that he'll connect as he leans in to hongy me. He takes us to a Narconon meeting on the marae. God, it's weird having a marae in the suburbs of Perth in an old school building with hundreds of cars in the parking lot, and Hump rocks the pram for us while we watch over our shoulders, convinced someone is coming to sneak up. Hump, wearing his best black hoodie, guides us onto the marae, spreading his hands at the groups of freakish misfits in the wharenui. Weirdly enough, Marty and Mona, I was blind before I lost my eye. He explains in a speech that's aimed at us but is really for the whole group. It took the loss of my eye to see where I was in this world. My Ngāti Ahitreria boys from Nam, from the Mongols. Ngāti Australia, yeah? Just nothing to me, really. They weren't friends. They were codependents, that's all. Addicted to stomping people's faces, and that was far away from my whānau from Hapu. But our Lord and Saviour Ehu Kraiti, you might know him as Jesus Christ, girl. You know what he said to me in hospital when I was handcuffed to the rail last to the low? He said, brother, you could never be so far away from me that I would not have you back. What about Jesus for Muhammad? Now we're talking? This guy Abdul winks at us, adjusting the beanbag under his bum. Naja Naja is the oldest Aboriginal in the room. He has a bushy white beard and a bald chocolate skull like an Easter egg. He's a pirka, and he takes time laying out a story. Gitir and Wiyur have brought great rains of misery to the land, he says. These Gitir and Wiyur have taken the form of 747 Airbus planes from Jakarta bringing drugs to the land. It gets real trippy after that, but I like the feeling of Naja Naja's words. I picture myself in the desert walking until I am clean. Mona Taki Timu. Age 18. Starting again. God. Most people only start again when they're in their 40s. Everyone puts a cultural spin on getting clean. This bent-over Komatua guy in a Destiny Church shirt with one of those wooden axes. God, what did Dad call it? Tefa tefa, that's right. The old Komatua guy leaps off his seat and he stabs his tefa tefa into the lino floor and he waggles his tongue and he curses our faces. Legion, I cast thee out! He shouts in Abdul's face, out! In Marty's face, you leave now! He barks at me, wilting me with old man breath. Thanks a lot, old man. Very inspirational. Hump clears his throat. So I'd like this afternoon's kaupapa to be about Christchurch, Hump goes, adjusting his bulk on his beanbag. Ask yourselves, fam, how come our land of greenery, safety and security and peace produces angry boys? He turns towards my Marty. Son, you're up. Explain it to us. Marty stands up, starts reading some lyrics he's written. And I'm thinking this is us. This is our new normal. A family of addicts to wrap around us. Oceans away from trouble and the safety of Perth, the safety of the Indian Ocean. I could sink into their strong arms. This is our life now. Family of outcasts, the rebel army. But you know what? Marty gets interrupted. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Excuse me. I got to take this. He's pulling out his brand new phone with a brand new phone number only his parents are supposed to know about. Marty's high-stepping over people with the speaker pressed against his ear. What the hell, Marty? What are you actually seriously doing? He's heading for the exit and going, who hurt him? Is he dead? And Hump is squeezing my shoulder and saying, don't feel bad, girl. It's a sign. You're not ready. It sounds to me like you gotta go back.